Hello, Pee-wee community. It's Self-Care Saturday with your girl, Empowerment Life Coach, Sharice L. Irby Castle. Okay, I'm going to share really quick to let people know that we're on. Please share this stream. We're going to have a great discussion today. I want to ask you a question. How are you managing your greatest resource? How are you managing your greatest asset? How are you making that happen? That's what we're going to talk about. Right now we're listening to Jill Scott, Living Life Like It's Golden. So I'm going to ask you if you'll please just share the stream. We want to let people know that we are on so that they can join us. I am tagging some people to let them know that we are on. I see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for jumping on. Woo woo! Same, Jill. Yes, same. Is that the entrepreneurial mogul? I see you, O.D. Harris. I'm sharing, letting people know that we're on. Brenda, I see you. Thank you for joining on this Self-Care Saturday, making it happen. Please share this stream out. Let's get some people on. This is going to be quick, but it's going to be great today. We got a great word in talking about managing our greatest resource, our greatest asset. Okay, I've shared and I've let some people know that we are on live. Welcome to Self-Care Saturday. Thank you for joining me. I'm excited that you're here, that you've joined me on this Self-Care Saturday. We're making some things happen. Okay. So I'm on a little later this afternoon. This morning, my body wasn't aligned with my spirit and I wasn't feeling my best. So this is Self-Care Saturday. I had to take care of self. And so here I am jumping on. Rick, I see you. Thank you for joining. While people are joining us and they're getting on the stream, again, I just want to thank everyone that came out last Saturday to our 6th annual Phenomenal Woman Empowerment Conference. We had an amazing conference. I just really want to thank, Bishop Latricia Jester. She came out of Tucson with an amazing, amazing word. And of course, our girl, Mrs. Rebecca Cruz, she was phenomenal. And I have a whole list. Our media sponsor, O.D. Harris Media, PBY Media, Elena Thornton, all of our vendors. I'll get in trouble for calling out names, but Ooh Wee Sweet Tea number 8, Move with Mac, Lipsense, Lolaro. We had Carrie's Pet Nutrition. We just had everybody out, and I really appreciate everyone supporting, coming out. Mark your calendars. We will be back May 5th, Saturday, 2018. Save the date. Registration is opening. You can get registered. Hey, Derek, thank you for joining. And, that Ooh Wee Sweet Tea was the bomb, OD. And so you can get registered. You want to be a part. Next year is going to be even more fire than this year was. Also, we named our 2017 Collegiate Scholarship recipient, Alyssa Williams. We are still taking donations. We need to raise $1,000. So if you would like to donate, I'll put the link in. It's my PayPal, paypalme.pwen, but I will put the link in this live so you can donate and we can help send Alyssa off to her freshman college year the right way. And she's going to be going to Grand Canyon College. So we're excited about that. Okay, so here's my question. You want to make sure you got people on. Thank you for all the flowers. Thank you. Make sure you shared this. So here's my question. How are you managing your greatest asset? How are you managing your greatest asset? Do you know what your greatest asset is? You. You are your greatest asset. So how are you managing you? How are you managing you? Sharice, what are you talking about? Well, today I want to talk about your personal growth. How are you managing you? How are you taking care of you? How are you managing your personal growth? A lot of times with our personal growth, we barely touch the surface. We get to a place where we're working 40 to 60 hours, sometimes even more a week. whether it's in our own business, whether it's in a corporate job. And so we're always busy and we're always on that grind. And so when we get downtime, we want to relax, we want to laugh, we want to dance to music, we want to have fun. I want to have fun too. But how many of you know, in order for you to fulfill that promise, in order for you to fulfill your destiny and the journey that God has for you, you need to make sure that you invest in you and that you are taking care of and managing your greatest asset. And one of the ways that you do that is by personal development. It's very important to us that we develop who we are, that we learn and that we get tools and strategies and best practices that will help us be sharpened, that will help us go to the next level. Because when we personally go to the next level, then we can take our success to the next level. When we, as an individual, making it personal, when I take my spirit, when I take my soul, when I take my mentality, when I take my thoughts to the next level, then I can take my family to the next level. Then I can take my business to the next level. I can take my career to the next level. Then I can help take you to the next level. But if I'm not making sure that I'm investing and depositing in who I am, then it becomes difficult for me to get to the next level, less long anyone in my sphere of influence. So personal development, it allows you to be the best at what you do. It also allows you to expand your belief system. So many of us are stuck with the belief system that we were raised with, that we were perhaps taught in school. That is our belief system. Or how about even in church? Our belief system was developed right there. I see all those flowers. Thank you, OD. I see you, Entrepreneur Mogul. But we have to make sure that as we grow and as we launch into the next level, as we strive to meet that next level, that we have to expand that belief system. As you expand, you take more in, you bring more into your consciousness, and then that allows you to elevate the way that you think. It allows you to elevate your strategies. It allows you to elevate each move that you get ready to make in your life so that you can live the life you love and love the life that you live. You know that I say that all the time. When you expand your belief system, you open up new opportunities for you to reach your success. Hello, Lady Jai. Thank you for joining. I see you, Dr. V. When you expand your belief system, you open yourself up to new opportunities. So often we plateau. We use that word a lot in exercise and weightlifting and physical movement. But how many of you know that you can plateau in your own personal growth? You can plateau in your thinking. You can plateau in your mindset because you're not opening yourself to the opportunities that you need to come your way in order to elevate your success and launch it into the next dimension, into the next realm that you need it in. So when you expand your belief system, you allow those new opportunities in. You allow new people in. You allow a new way of thinking in. You're open to strategies that you may not have thought about. Or maybe you thought about a portion of it and now you're beginning to get the whole picture. You're beginning to get the greater strategy. You have to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. And so when there's personal development, professional development, and spiritual development, which is why I love PWIN, because we really focus in on your spiritual growth, your personal growth, and your professional growth. But you have to be willing to make that investment in who you are. Personal development is critical. Let me say that again. Personal development is critical to a person's maturity, to a person's growth, your fulfillment, and your success. Let me say that again. Personal development, it is absolutely critical to your maturity, to your growth, to your fulfillment, and to your success. How many of you have been in a relationship, whether it was just a sister friend, a bromance, it could have been a relative. You were in a relationship and that person, they just stopped growing. Here you are going back to school. You're reading. Maybe you're reading 5 books a week. You're going to personal development seminars and conferences like the Phenomenal Woman Empowerment Conference. You're in church and you're attending and you're involved. You're growing. But this other person who's in your life, they just stop growing. They're not expanding. They're not investing back into who they are. Bless you, entrepreneurial mogul. They're not investing into who they are. They just shut down and they stop growing. Doesn't it become difficult to continue to maintain and nurture and foster that relationship because that other person has stopped growing? We have to continue growth in order to continue our success. Who wants to continue your road to success? You have to make your personal, professional, and spiritual growth a priority. It has to be a priority. So here's what I want you to do. On today, I want you to make the commitment to take charge of your life. Now, I know a lot of you are already saying, I'm in charge. I'm in charge and I'm making it happen. I'm reading and I'm doing X, Y, Z. I applaud you. I am so glad. But here's the question that I have. Do you have a strategic plan that encompasses your spiritual, personal, and professional growth? Do you have a strategic plan for 2017, 2018 that outlines your spiritual, personal, and professional growth? How are you holding yourself accountable to that strategic plan? Those are the questions that I have for you. And so you have to be able to take charge of your life and implement the following core benefits. Okay? Hear me well. You want to really implement. You want to take charge and implement these core benefits. Number one is self-awareness. You have to have an awareness of you, who you are, what you need. What are your positives? What are your strengths? What are those areas that are less desirable? Where do you need to focus in your life when it comes to who you are? You got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself. You can tell me anything. You can show me anything. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the hearts. You can show me anything, but you got to be honest with you. You got to be transparent. So you have to be aware of your shortcomings. You have to be aware of where you need assistance, where you need to grow. There's some areas that you got down pat. You can write the books. You probably already have. You can teach the classes. You can walk in anywhere and you can just turn out a room because you're so well versed in that area. That's excellent. What about those areas where you're not as well versed? What about those areas that you could use some development in those areas to complement your strengths? Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a perfectionist in every area, but those areas that are less desirable, you want to grow in those areas so you can complement your strengths. Yes, yes? Okay, you got to have self-awareness. Number two, you got to have clarity and direction. Clarity and direction. You have self-awareness. I'm aware. I've done the introspective work on me. I've been brutally honest about where I am, who I am, and how I'm moving forward. Now I got to have clarity and direction. I need to have the vision. I need to be able to see it. I need an outline. I need a whiteboard. I know the entrepreneur mogul, he's making some moves and he had to go out and get another whiteboard and he had to chart out his moves. In my workout room, I have a whiteboard that I utilize and I have to chart out my direction so that it's clear. I can see it. It is clear. I understand it and I know exactly what I'm doing. At the end of last year, someone came to me and said, I'd like to have a vision party. We need to have a vision party and we need to map out what's going on for 2017. I said, I'd be more than happy to come and help you facilitate your vision party. But if you're talking about just now in December, talking about what's happening in 2017, I'm already 2018, 2019. I already have down exactly because I'm clear about what I need to do. I'm clear on the direction I need to go in. I already have 2017 mapped out. I already have it broken down by quarters. 2018, we're already mapping that out and how one builds and leads into the other. And that comes from having clarity and direction. So now I don't have to be sideswiped. I don't have to be pulled, tossed to and fro because I'm clear on what benefits me in 2017. Yes. I'm very clear. I know who I need to be connected with, how I need to be connected, and how we need to make things happen. Yes. That's number 2. Number 3, focus and effectiveness. Are you focused on your goals? Are you focused on your destiny? Are you focused on your strategic planning? Are you focused on your growth? And how effective are you? Are you measuring your effectiveness? Are you measuring your effectiveness? Are you tracking? When you have an event, I just had an event, the Phenomenal Woman Empowerment Conference. After that event, I have to do a post deep dive. I now have to go back and analyze how that event went. Did I get the desired outcomes? How effective were our goals? How effective was our messaging? Did we accomplish what we set out to accomplish? Am I being effective? Am I focused and am I being effective? If my answer is no, then I need to go back to the drawing board, right? I need to go back and start reevaluating that clarity and that direction, reevaluating my goals. I might want to reach out to an empowerment life coach, a business coach, a spiritual coach, because I want to make sure that I'm being effective. Effectiveness, focus, and effectiveness is key. Next is inspiration and motivation. When you understand your why, and Bishop Jester talked about this at the conference, the root of the why. When you understand your why, that's enough to motivate you. I'm one of those people, I don't believe that I go to events and I go places to get motivated. My why motivates me. My family motivates me. My husband, my children, my grandchildren, they motivate me. Being able to sit across from someone who says, because I came to your conference, my search in God has now been strengthened and it's now assisted me. That motivates me. That motivates me. And so I don't need you to pump me up. I don't need to go anywhere else for motivation. I just look at my why, and that helps me be motivated, okay? So you got to be clear about what motivates you, because again, that's part of clarity, and it keeps you on track. Inspiration. What inspires you? What gives you your inspiration? Because when you're inspired, thank you, Entrepreneur Mogul. When you're inspired and you're motivated, guess what you can now give out? You can now give out inspiration. But if you're not inspired, listen to me, if you're not inspired, if you're not taking in the inspiration, how can you give it out? Have you ever seen a negative person inspire? Oh, I see my girl joining us, LaDonna Cox. Hey girl, what's going on? The anointed one is on the stream. Did you feel the stream shift when LaDonna came on? Did you feel that shift in the atmosphere? Hallelujah. 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 Bless the Lord. And so you have to really understand that you have to have that seat. And I see you, Kathy Blaze. Thank you for joining. I find it difficult for someone who's drowning in negativity, to be able to inspire others. That's why we have to be inspired. What inspires you? What motivates you? What gets you going? What causes you to smile? What causes you to wake up and say, I can take on the world? God's given me my gifts and I'm stirring up those gifts. He stirred up those gifts and now I'm going to pour those gifts out to my sphere of influence, to my community, to my school, to my home, wherever you've been called to. What is that inspiration? What is that motivation? Keep that coming. Whatever inspires you, keep that coming. If long walks under the moonlight inspires you, then you better get to walking in that moonlight. If being around children and pouring into them, if that inspires you, then you better get around those children and pour into them. What inspires you? Find that seat of inspiration and bask in that. Because we're talking about living the life we love and loving the life that we live. We're talking about how do we manage our greatest asset. And our greatest asset is us. Your greatest asset is you. You are your greatest asset. And so you got to be able to find that inspiration and that motivation. And then next, so we talked about self-awareness, clarity, and direction. We talked about focus and effectiveness. We've talked about inspiration and motivation. Now we got to talk about greater confidence. Personal personal development brings you greater confidence. When you are around your sisters and your brothers and you're getting that development. And look, for some of us, it's not fresh. I say this in my book. If you have my book, Whole Women Win, I say it in my book that there's some things that aren't new. They're not new. It may be presented in a different way. Somebody may be presenting it from their truth and it impacts me and affects me a different way. But sometimes I just need to be reminded of the truth. Amen. All by myself. Sometimes I just need to be reminded of the truth. Sometimes I just need to be reminded of that which I already know. Sometimes I just need to hear it from another person a different way. Same message, different deliverer. Same message, different messenger. And that helps me. It helps moves me. Now, how many of you, and I know that you can testify, but how many of you, you know something and people have been telling you, but one person comes along and they tell you the same thing that 50 other people have been telling you, but boom, the light goes off, the heavens open, everything clarifies, now you got it, now you see it, it's like, woo! Everything opens up and you're like, I got it, and it drops in your spirit, it just sits in your spirit, and now you're like a firecracker, it's like fire shut up in your bones, and the people around you are saying, I've been telling you that all along, I've been telling you that for a year, and they have, and you know what, you've heard it. It was in your spirit, but it just took hearing it from a different messenger. It just took hearing it phrased in a different way to resonate within your spirit. Now you got it, and now you're moving. That's what personal development does for us, and that gives us a greater confidence. We stand a little straighter. We hold our head up. We talk a different way. Look, we got a little swag when we move around. It develops a greater confidence within us. Yes. Yeah. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I can give you an example about that. It's hilarious. And this is a funny personal example. So my younger son, those that know my younger son, he has these gorgeous blue eyes, right? Sky blue, gorgeous eyes. Yes, Kathy, confidence is bigger than being beautiful in the outside. I told you Barbershop Mike would do that, or Magic Mike. You are so funny, sweetie. Yes, Kathy, I agree with you. So my son has these beautiful sky blue eyes. So when he was younger, he was shy. And when people would acknowledge his eyes, he'd look down, he'd close his eyes, he would turn away. It was no big deal, right? He lacked confidence. Now, as he got older, as he got in high school, and the girls started hollering, and they started telling him how cute them eyes were, and, people started taking note, and he started standing apart. He was now unique. He started understanding his unique advantage. Hear me, hear me. He started understanding what made him different from every other little black boy in high school. He started understanding what gave him a slight advantage. He started understanding and receiving. Then I watched his confidence grow. I watched him walk a little straighter. I watched him to start looking people in the eye. When they would talk to him, he now would look them in their eye. He would make that eye contact because his confidence was growing. Because he started what? Allowing people to invest in who he was. He started understanding his unique advantage. He started seeing what made him different. He started leveraging his advantage. So it got to the point to where all of a sudden I saw a whole different walk. I was like, did he go to model school? Where did this walk come from? I ain't never seen my child with this much swag. You talk about swagalicious, okay? But his confidence started gaining. And then he started slimming down. So, he had dreads, long dreads, sky blue eyes. He slimmed down for him. And his confidence went through the roof. Now, he's not even the same. Now he's a man, but he's not even the same person. It's hard for me to go back and even compare this person today with this person who was, 12, 13, 14. The confidence level is way, way different. But it took that investment. It took him believing in himself. It took that pouring in. It took that inspiration. It took that motivation. It took him coming into his own. Now you say something about his eyes and he go to batting, he go to looking, you say something about his eyes now and he trying to get a phone number. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Swagalicious, you know it, sweetie. We need a dictionary. Sharice's dictionary is what we need. And so his confidence made a world of difference. Doors open because of his confidence level. People now deal with him because of his confidence level. I see you, Cousin Angie. Thank you for joining. Hey, Marcy, thank you for joining. People now, there's blessings that come his way. There's doors that open because of his confidence. When he walks in a room now, he radiates something very different. And now his tribe is drawn to him. I'm going to share another one. I got to drive this home. I shared this a couple years ago. My sweetie and I went to San Francisco. And we were in Muir Woods, and my sweetie stayed outside. He didn't even walk in the woods with me, but I went all in and around. But it was such a spiritual place. It was very still. And so I had my phone, and I'm taking selfies, and I'm doing pictures by the woods, by the trees, and on the path, and just having a good time. So then I started looking back at the pictures, and I noticed that I'm smiling. That was a huge thing because probably for the first 25, 30 years of my life, I didn't smile. If you go back and look at my pictures, this was my smile. I never smiled showing teeth. I never had that cheesy grin. I didn't have the confidence. When I was young, I sucked my fingers. I sucked these three. That's what I did. I sucked my 3 fingers. All right, Magic Mike. Behave now. And so that caused me to have a gap in my teeth. And it caused me to have a lisp. And I was self-conscious about that. There was a level of confidence that I did not have because of that. So I didn't smile. I didn't show teeth. And then I started looking and I started thinking, why aren't you smiling? God has blessed you in such a way. Don't nobody care about that gap in your teeth. Don't nobody care about your lisp. You better smile and radiate and enjoy life. And just that one tweak, just that one turn in confidence. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Not only do I smile, I shine. You're just so sweet. Just that one tweak, just that one thing changed my confidence level. Look, now I'll be a smiling fool. Whether you like my smile or don't like my smile, I'm going to smile on. But it was getting that confidence boost that changes the whole game. It comes back to investing in who you are. It comes back to managing your greatest asset and having that greater confidence. So we've talked about self-awareness. We talked about clarity and direction. We've talked about focus and effectiveness. We've talked about inspiration, motivation. We've talked about greater confidence. Now we have to talk about rewarding relationships. When your personal development, personal, professional, and spiritual development, when that's a priority, when you get out and network, when you get out and attend events like the Phenomenal Woman Empowerment Conference, like Kathy Blaze, she has a fashion show, a huge event coming up in August. When you're attending, Dr. V, he has the PBS Summit coming up the 20th, next Saturday. When you really start attending these events and you start working on your personal, professional, and spiritual development, whether it's attending events, whether it's reading, whether it's networking, whether it's watching webinars, conferences online, whatever it may be, you develop rewarding relationships. Kathy says, I love this because I've worked with a few of my models in that exact thing, their beautiful smile. It makes a world of difference, Kathy, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to regress a little bit and talk about that smile. But I'm going to tell you, here's my thing. My mother had a beautiful, radiant smile. One of my girlfriends, Sandra Denard, she had this beautiful, radiant smile. So I would compare, here comes that comparison thing. I would compare and I would be like, my smile is horrendous compared to their smile. That comparison will get you in trouble every single time. Angie says, that's right, it was my nose, very Negro, but my insight is beyond my physical appearance. Come on, Angie. So it was me, that comparison thing that as women we do. So no, my smile is not my mama's smile. My smile is not my girl's smile. My smile is Sharice's smile. It represents my joy. It represents my happiness. It represents what God has done for me. It represents how I view life and how I allow others to view me. Sweetie, you're funny. It represents every good and perfect gift that's in my life. That's what my smile represents. So I don't have to smile like anyone else. And I had to appreciate my smile. Now we're talking about rewarding relationships. Look, you'll take me there. I can just talk a whole stream just about that. Okay. So we talk about rewarding relationships. Rewarding relationships are a must. They are beneficial. God did not create us to live this life alone. We're not supposed to do this journey alone. You're not supposed to execute your vision, your destiny alone. God sends people to you to assist you, to support you, to help you. He sends people into your life to be a part, and they come in the form of those rewarding relationships. But we have to open ourselves up, and we have to get into that place where those relationships can enter in, where God can bring those people in that you can collaborate and connect. And now you can take things to the next level because you've made that connection. Yes, yes. And so those relationships are precious, but personal development allows those rewarding relationships to come in. And I thank God for his faithfulness, because every event that we have, every conference that we have amazing women that come in and network. And I watch amazing relationships come out of it. Last year at Dr. Wright, so many amazing relationships came out of that connection with Dr. Letitia Wright. It was just amazing. And then with each other, our Grow Your Business boot camp, several ladies who attended that boot camp, they connected and they started having lunch and they started collaborating. Relationships, rewarding relationships came out of that Grow Your Business boot camp. No different than the PWEC that just happened last weekend. Amazing relationships. I saw people connecting in a special way. And for me, an amazing relationship with Bishop Jester and with Rebecca Cruz, long-lasting relationships, which now just open up a whole totally different arena and a totally different door in order for God's promise to move forward in my life and their lives. Rewarding relationships. Next, personal development. It helps you with more passion about life. More passion about life. When you are investing in you, when you are pouring and seeding back into you because you're good ground. Angie, thank you for sharing this stream. You are good ground. When you invest in your own soil, when you invest in you, you become more passionate about life and passionate about what you do. When people see your passion, when they see your passion burning, people come because they want to see what's burning. They want to see what's on fire. When they see you passionate, then they want to join. They want to help you. They want to be a part of what you're doing because they see your passion. They see your love. They see you on fire. It's like if that girl is on fire and she's that passionate about what she's doing, let me get with her. Let me get with her. And when you see somebody passionate, support them. When you see that they're passionate about what they're doing and they are doing it to the most, they're using every resource, everything that they got to make it happen, and it's within you to lend some support. Support them in their passion. Passion is key. Passion is huge. And when you are developing, when you're investing in yourself, you become more passionate about life. And when you become more passionate about life, your quality of life changes. Your quality of life enhances. Your quality of life surpasses everything. You wake up with a smile on your face. You go through your day empowered and inspired, and yet things happen. Things happen in my life. I'm like, what is going on today? The enemy is busy, but that's not going to take my passion away. That's not going to cause me to lose focus. That's not going to cause my light to get dim. That's not going to cause the fire to be put out. Okay? So let that passion go. Lastly, increase productivity. Dr. V, if you on here, I know that you like that one. You understand that one. When you invest in yourself with your personal, professional, and spiritual development, you have increased productivity. Increased productivity. You start doing more with what you have. When you invest in yourself and you get it, then you start doing more with what you have. You start doing more with less in some cases, because now it increases your productivity, because you are on fire, because that passion's there, because you're being sharpened. Iron sharpens iron, because you're being invested in, because your soil is good soil. You're cultivating it. You're nurturing it. So now you have increased productivity. I see you, Glessy. Thank you for joining. You'll want to go back and watch this from the beginning. We've been having some good discussions, good stuff. So you have increased productivity. You do more with what you have. You don't take no for an answer. You get what you need. You go for it. You're bold with it. You call people up. You're like, I'm telling you all, I need you all to partner with me on this travel thing. This is an $8.1 trillion industry. We need to take travel by storm. We have to add travel to what we're already doing. It doesn't replace. We add to it. I'm going to be bold about that because I want to see us all winning. I see you, Mary Ann. Thank you for joining, my friend. I want to see us all winning. And so when you understand that, you increase your productivity in all of those areas. So you begin to do more with less. You do more with what you have because of the investment that you've made in who you are. So we're talking about making the commitment to take charge of your life and implementing the following core benefits. Implementing the following core benefits. I'm going to recap. If you missed it, please make sure you go back and watch this stream from the beginning. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, clarity and direction. Number 3, focus and effectiveness. Number 4, inspiration and motivation. Number 5, greater confidence. Number 6, rewarding relationships. Number 7, more passionate about life. And number 8, increased productivity. You will do more with what you got. To have more than you've got, you have to become more than you are. To have more than what you got, you have to become more than what you are. You have to take it to the next level. If you want to take whatever you have in any area, if you want to take that component, that part of your life, and you want to take it to the next level, you have to take you to the next level. To have more than you've got, you have to become more than you are. Your life is now. Your life is now. Live it intentionally. My life is now. I have to live it intentionally. Your life is now. Live it intentionally. Next level, Glessy. It's next level time. Whatever your next level is. You have to be honest with yourself about where you are now and where you need to get to. And we talked about this at the conference because it's easy to plateau. Maybe your finances are on point. Maybe your home is on point. You got the right car. You're satisfied in your career. And so you think, okay, I'm coasting, and you plateau. My job is to come and shake you up. I want to shake you up. Can I shake you up? Shake, shake, shake. I'm shaking the phone. I don't want to lose anybody. But you got to shake it up. I have to be able to shake you up because I want you going to the next level. I don't want you to plateau. I don't want you to get comfortable in this glide. What does God have for you next? What is that next dimension? What does that look like? And how do we get you there? Yeah, it wasn't your phone. I was shaking you up, shaking you out your comfort zone. Your greatness is coming out of your comfort zone. Your greatness is being uncomfortable. Your greatness is taking that leap of faith. Listen, P-Win community. Every day of my life is a leap of faith. Every day that I open my eyes, every day that I get up, it is a leap of faith. Every single day. Every day is a walk by faith for me. That's the kind of life I'm living at this point in time. My sweetie can tell you, everything that I do at this stage in my life is a walk of faith. I live that way. Moment to moment, day to day. I live by faith, literally. I take risks, literally, every single day. But I didn't get to where I am today by not doing that. And I'm not going to get to where I need to be tomorrow, the day after, 6 months, or a year by playing small and playing safe. I have to play big. If I want big outcomes, I got to play big. And when I say big, that's what you define that to be based on your goals, based on your dreams, based on your destiny. If I want big outcomes, I got to play big, right? I got to step out there. And so that's what we have to do. Whatever that next level looks like. Last year, we gave out our first installment for our collegiate scholarship was $500. This year, next level, we're stepping out $1,000. Did we hit that last Saturday for both of our collegiate scholarship recipients? We did not, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. That means that you keep going, right? You keep reaching. You keep walking on faith. On faith. By the end of May, I'm believing that we will raise the $2,000 that we need to give each one of our collegiate scholarship recipients this year $1,000. Rihanna Futrell, she's at Johnson & Wales in Denver, Colorado. And we have Alyssa Williams, our new 2017 recipient. She's going to be going to Grand Canyon College. By the end of May, my faith is that we would have raised the $2,000. The link is out there. I'll put it here. I'm asking you to invest. I'm asking you to share the link. Get that link out to others so that they can invest. Maybe people couldn't attend the conference, but now they can still invest in this scholarship program for our 2 collegiate students. Walking by faith. Thank you so much, Andrea, for joining. I thank you. And yes, Angie, walking in faith every day. That's what I do. Coach Arlen, thank you for joining. We're just wrapping up. You'll have to go back to the beginning and watch. This has been a great stream. But it's that faith walk, and you can't give up. Whatever your faith walk is, you cannot give up. Continue investing in you. Keep making yourself strong. Take care of your greatest asset, which is you. And you got to do that. I talk about the 7 pillars of wholeness. You have to do that mentally, emotionally, professionally, spiritually, from a relationship perspective, financially, personally. You got to pull it all together and invest in you. You are your greatest asset. You are your greatest asset. Maybe nobody has ever told you that. Maybe you haven't heard it recently. I am telling you, Empowerment Life Coach Sharice L. Irby Castle is telling you today that you are your greatest asset. Invest in you. Invest in you personally, professionally, and spiritually. Invest. You are worth the investment. You are more than worth the investment. Never shy away from investing in yourself, from growing yourself, growing who you are. And we talked about the core benefits. We have some new people that came on. I'm going to repeat these, but make sure you go back so you get the nuggets. Self-awareness, clarity, direction, focus, and effectiveness, inspiration, motivation, greater confidence, rewarding relationships, more passionate about life, increased productivity. You will do more with what you have. And to have more, what do you have to do? To have more than what you got, you have to become more than who you are. To have more than what you got, you have got to become more than who you are. Your life is now. Live it intentionally. Your life is now. Live it intentionally. This has been another Self-Care Saturday with your girl, Empowerment Life Coach, Sharice L. Irby Castle. Thank you so much for joining. Please stay tuned. We're going to have an upcoming webinar. We're going to be talking about the residue that was in high demand from the conference. So I'm going to follow that up with a webinar. It'll be a paid webinar. Set aside your $20 so you can join us. We're going to talk about how do you get rid of that residue. Also, it's still open for you to donate for our collegiate scholarship program. We need those donations. We're looking to raise $2,000 by May 31st to support both of our collegiate scholarship recipients, Rihanna Futrell and Alyssa Williams. So I'm asking for your donations. No amount is too small. $5, $10, $20, $100, $500. Somebody out there may have the whole $2,000 and donate it. God is able. Amen. Yes, he's able. This has been Self-Care Saturday with Sharice L. Irby Castle. I love you to life. Go have a tremendous Saturday, and I will talk to you soon. Smooches.